Welcome to this stream. My name is Aurélien and we'll be talking about Fedora infrastructure applications again. There's many things that we can do today. I think we can work. So there's, the usual stuff is looking at the easy fixes page and trying to picking up some issue that has been bugging people on the project and fixing it. Ideally, I would pick something that is easy to fix, like not easy, but could be fixed in something like an hour or two, so that it's demonstrated, like it's useful for you to watch. But I mean, if not, there's plenty of things to do. So there's that. That's the usual way of doing things that I do here. Let me show you the. Yeah, there's a second option. The second option is basically going on with what I was doing before, which is at the moment looking at Tinystage. So it's kind of related to the Fedora infrastructure applications anyway, so I think that's relevant. Let me explain. In the infrastructure, we have some central services, such as authentication, which is handled by IPA. That's the authentication system that we have. And there's a couple other services around that. There's one for messaging, it's RabbitMQ. There's one for some things that are around the authentication. There's a REST API for the authentication data. There's a self-service portal for people to modify their account properties called Noggin. All those services, again, and there's of course the authentication gateway, like authentication provider, I should say. Authentication protocol provider, that is Epsilon at the moment. And if you hack on any of our applications, you're gonna want to be connected to those. You can't obviously connect to the services that we have in production because only registered applications can do that, and your development environment is not a registered application. You also can't, you also can't do that with staging because it's basically the same stuff. It's not the same databases, of course, but you also have to be a registered application to use the staging authentication. So what we've done for the past few years is have some application called Tinystage. Well, it's not an application, it's a set of VMs that are gathered in a repository called Tinystage, which is some sort of tiny staging environment. That's why it's called that way. And starting up those VM will give you IPA, will give you Epsilon, will give you Noggin, FastJSON, like a couple of things that are common to all of our applications. Okay, the problem with Tinystage is that at the moment the implementation is based on Vagrant. So Vagrant has two issues. First, it's not open source anymore. Sorry, so it's not open source anymore, unfortunately. It has been closed sourced by HashiCorp, the founders. Second problem is that it's VMs, it's actually actual virtual machines, so it's taking up a lot of RAM when you have many of them. We have tried to regroup the services on as little VMs as we could, but there are still a couple, at least two, possibly three. So I'm considering, well, I'm working on migrating Tinystage from Vagrant to containers. I've evaluated many ways to run containers and set on containers that are going to be run and provisioned by Ansible, because it's very flexible and the point is to be run on the developer's machines, so we don't have to have all the bells and whistles of OpenShift, for example. So it's supposed to be lightweight and very configurable. So I started with that, and I'm working on that at the moment, trying to move forward with standing up those machines. Right now I have IPA running, and I am working on getting Epsilon to run. Those are the two main, well, the two biggest problems I'm going to have with Tinystage, because there's the two systems that we have currently deployed on bare metal, or VMs, I should say. So they are not containerized right now in our infrastructure. So I can't really rely on existing work that we have done. I can rely on existing work that other people have done. Thankfully, well, this is open source, so of course. And the FreeIPA project has made container versions of FreeIPA. That's very, very helpful, and I'm using that. Working well. But Epsilon, with the state of maintenance it's in, doesn't have really a workable containerized environment. Maybe there's one that is used for the tests, but I'm not sure it's actually workable in a real environment. So I'm going to set that up. That's where I'm at. So let me share my screen. First, let me look at that. All right. I'm going to share my screen here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. This is the easy fixes page. It's a page that I usually bring up. All the applications that we have in the Fedora Infra group on GitHub, or they call that organization, the Fedora Infra organization on GitHub, can have tickets labeled with easy fix or good first issue, and if there are some, they're going to be gathered by the script that builds this page. So I'm going to go to this first T, and I'm seeing the tickets that have been labeled as easy fixes or good first issues. So there's one in India, but it's been assigned to someone already. There's one about the list of topics on Data Grepper that's been there. It's been there for a while, but it also hasn't been really a strong ask by the community. It could be useful, but this list of topics is already available somewhere else. So yeah, it's not very urgent, I should say. Data number also has one. This is an issue that, well, a feature request that I have put myself in Data number, because basically we have the data in the database, but we don't have the API to query it, and that's a little bit too bad. So we should have the API if we have the data, but nobody else has requested it. It's not a real feature request by somebody who would use it. It's just for coherence within the application. So now there's FastJSON, which is the REST API for the authentication system. That's documentation issues, which are important and should be worked on. It's just not something that I'm going to do on the live stream. Not really visible. So Fed badges. Yeah, we could use Fed town crier for the changelog and convert it to Markdown. That's totally something that I could do. It's more of a project maintenance work than actual new feature, but town crier is cool and we could use it. Fedora messaging, there's one about reuse for the license, but I think it's been worked on already by somebody. It's being worked on by somebody. There's this one, which is not really well specified, so I'm not going to do that one now. Okay, so that's front-end stuff here. This one is already assigned. I should close it, I suppose, because I think it's done. Anyway, FreeIPA fast, that's also project maintenance, not really interesting to display. Okay, mirror manager, yeah, that'd be cool, but it's not such a small project, I think. Well, it could be. It's just, it's not too bad. I mean, I could do that one day. That's a possibility. If you want me to work on Mirror Manager, so the idea is that Mirror Manager is a system that checks that our mirrors are up to date, and there's a crawler that goes through all the hosts, looks at all the files, checks the checksums, etc., etc. When the hosts are not up to date, they are disabled, and DNF is not going to pick from them. But yeah, and if your if you're not up to date for like 3 runs, 3 crawls in a row, then the mirror is disabled. And the mirror is never re-enabled. But nobody's really notified about it. I don't think anybody is actually notified. So the point would be to emit a message when a crawl is marked inactive with 1 word, not 2 words. Let me fix that. Yeah. Oh, that's not me. Okay, that's fine. I thought it was me, but no. Yeah. So the idea would be to have the crawler emit a message, a Fedora message as usual, when the host is marked inactive, and this message could then be translated into a notification by FMN. So we have all the bits there. We just have to send a message when the host is marked inactive, and that's pretty easy to do actually. It's just that nothing in Mirror Manager emits a message at the moment, so there's a little bit of new dependency to bring in. Prepare some sort of abstraction somewhere. It should be simple. Yeah, there's the issue of building the schemas so that they can be translated into a Fedora message, into a notification by FMN. Yeah. Okay, so that's the possibility. Mirror Manager. Moat, nope. Burger Exporter, nope. Terrier, yes. Yeah, not really. I don't think so. Yeah, there's that. We can totally do that. That's also something we can do, but it's, yeah. This I think already exists. Small bugs. Okay. Yeah, probably not that. And there's one about Terrier API. Okay, so we could work on converting the change logs to Markdown and use Towncryer to generate them. It would be useful in Terrier API, in Terrier, and in Fed badges. Or we could do the Mirror Manager to work. Or I could go on with the containerization of Tinystage, which I think is interesting, especially if you like containers. Anybody has a preference? If so, say something in the chat. Well. If there's no preference, I'm probably going to go with last chance. If there's no preference, I'm probably going to go with Tinystage. So let me show you where I'm at. Yeah, okay. So let me show you where I'm at. Right now, I have a playbook that can start IPA and prepare the ground for Epsilon. Right now we have nothing running, but I do have this running. Okay, let me show you where I'm at. So Ansible playbook Ansible-v Ansible start. No. Oh yeah, it's not start. Oh, it's IPA maybe. This should be easy. This should work easily. Of course, it crashes directly. Yes. Oh yeah, I wasn't ready to do that. Okay. What's that? Yes. Okay, yeah, it fails. Okay, yeah, that's normal. All right, so yes, I need to show you something else. So free IPA fast. That's the extensions for IPA that we've done in Fedora. And right now there's an install script, but it's really bare. Well, it installs and then it runs an upgrade command. So not great. I am going to, yeah, I have added a feature here to have to add the possibility to have an argument. I'm going to call copy only. That would install, well, only copy the files, but not run the upgrade commands. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Possibility to only copy files in the install script. Okay. Okay, I'm pushing that. Okay. So now in my container environment, which is in build IPA container file, I'm going to run the install script with copy only copy? Only copy. Was it only copy? I don't even remember. It's copy only. So copy only. Okay. What about that? Can I run it now? Is it gonna work? So it's building the free IPA image. Good. Oh, that worked. Nice. Wait for the install to finish. Okay, kinit, that didn't work. Okay, cannot contain any KDC for realm tinystage.test while getting blah, 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 blah. Oh, maybe it's not running. Oh yeah, I'm running kinit. Okay, maybe that's wrong. Where's my Ansible playbook? Roles, IPA server. So it's all handled in roles as usual in Ansible. And this one runs kinit, but it's not. Would that work? It should be running kinit on the machine. Can I try that? Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. So question is, do you plan to stream something related to the Forjo migration? Nope, not yet. I don't know enough about it yet, but at some point I'm sure I will. We haven't really set up, well, I don't know enough about the migration right now to stream something useful about it, but I'm pretty sure that that's going to happen when we have a deployment that we are going to start using and start integrating with, because that's going to be one of the major projects that we're going to have this year. Forjo is going to be a very big project, and Conflux is going to be another very big project. So, yeah, not now, but definitely not today. Very probably somewhere in the next month, I think. Basically, the work I'm doing on Tinystage right now is to prepare for the migration of the data center. It's been announced that we're going to move data centers, and when we do that, basically the staging environment goes away. And that makes it very hard to develop on the applications themselves. So that's why we created Tinystage from at the beginning. And I would like to have finished migrating Tinystage to containers before the data center move, so that we can have an easily deployable staging environment for people who work on the Fedora infrastructure applications. That's the plan. So, you know, there's a big thing, and then there's a lot of smaller things to be done before that can happen, etc., etc. And that's one of these very small things. The data center move is going to also be a very big thing this year. All right. But yeah, definitely ask me again next time. That's totally possible. I'm gonna learn, because I've like the Fojo thing has been moving forward very fast and kind of under my radar. Not under my radar, but like outside of my field of view maybe. And I need to read up on it before I can do actually something useful with it. All right, let me try. Okay, so I do have something that is running right now. I have something running right now with IPA. That's cool. So Axlash says, thanks. I also like to contribute when there's more info on what to do. That's going to happen. You will have more info. We're going to communicate on that pretty visibly. Right now, Thomas Sharka is the one who's been working with it the most. But feel free to ask on the discussion forum, and I'm sure there's going to be work to do. We are going to have to update a lot of our tools to work with it. So yeah, we're also going to need testers for Fed package, for example. That's going to require a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of work with it, but it's going to be fun, and it's going to be much better after than what we have at the moment. So. Sure, that's the good thing about joining a stream, and you can ask questions. That's easy. All right, so we have free IPA running right now. You can see it run here in Podman in this container. I'm going to run a Podman exec command. Okay, let's see if I can actually run the command that I have run through Ansible. If that works, then the problem lies within Ansible. Yes, it works perfectly. So I suspect that this command wasn't actually run on Ansible, but it was run on the local host. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's the case. So let me check the playbook. Because right now, okay, yeah. Let me run that again, see if it's working. So, okay, it's there. The image is built. Run, it's already running. Okay, it's running. K in it. CK in it. Let me try and run something else to see if it's actually running the right machine. So my point will be to do a shell with like host name and no, just host name. See if that works. Start at name list tasks. Yes. Test, it's called test. Okay. Oh, that worked. Why did it work? Oh yes, maybe because it's not running at that time. IP.Tinystage.test. Okay, that worked. Huh. Yeah, see you around. See you around, Hackslash. If you can reach me on Matrix if necessary. I'm not always there because I live in France and I have this time zone thing. But if I don't respond, then yeah, it's kind of hard to scroll back. Like I don't have a list of notifications on Matrix, so it's kind of hard to scroll back to the messages that I might have missed. So if you don't see me respond, try another time, basically. Don't expect me to read back the channel with my name somewhere deep down there, because I can't do that. But yeah, see you around. All right. So, why did it work? Thanks. So why did it work this time? Possibly because we did not do the previous thing. That is waiting for the wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want to have the container and really running, and I don't think it's running already. Like, let's see if I can do that without the starting at test, because I think the Podman container module restarts the container, and I don't think those things are already running when they. Oh. Yes. Okay. I don't think they're actually running. So let me try that. IPA CTL status. Let's see if that's correct. Love some Ansible in the morning. Yep. Yeah, we do that. So what did it do? Yeah, it's all running. Okay, that works this time. But I think it's because Ansible is not running. So what I'm going to do is add a step here to wait for Ansible to be running. Not for Ansible, but for IPA to be running before proceeding. So how could I do that? If you know Ansible, do you know of a way to wait for a command to return true before proceeding with the next step? I know there's a wait for in Ansible, and I'm using it for a file here. I wonder if there would be a wait for. Does it exist in Ansible? Let me check. Docs ansible.com. Let's see, the wait for module maybe. Wait for module. Okay. State. Waiting for a port. Ah, that's not bad. That's a good idea. I could wait for the 389 port. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's try that. So I'm gonna wait for the install to finish. That's good. And now wait for IPA to be ready. And that's gonna be a wait for. It's gonna be port 389 state started. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Port is open. Okay. Yeah, okay, that works. Started. So what else should I check for? You know, in the PS, I know there's a lot of ports. I think 88 is Kerberos. What's port 88? Yes, of course, of course, of course. 88. There's a ton of them. It's Kerberos, so I'm gonna try 88 as well. I'm gonna loop 389 88 item. So I'm gonna wait for those two ports to be ready, and I would consider that IPA is running if that's the case. Okay, so now if I run my playbook, it should be working. Wait for the install to finish, that's done. Wait for IPA to be ready. Ah, it is waiting, that's good. Okay, I have 389, I have 88, that's good. And then, okay, the test I can drop. This was basically calling, oh, wait, what? Ah, see, they're not all running. Tomcat D and OTPD. What's Tomcat? Netstat. Ah, yeah, I don't have netstat. Okay. Well then. I don't really know how to configure that. Tomcat? Oh, okay. Server, probably? Maybe port? Oh, 8005. Okay, that's good. And 8... Oh, okay, 8080. That's good. That's something that I can check. Is it in my list of ports? Nope, but let's say... Yeah, let's just say that... Let's say 8080 is going to be good. Should I do it that way or this way? Probably this way. It's clear. Okay. Let's run it again. Oh yeah, there was another one. The that OTPD. Yeah, OTPD. I don't know if it listens to something. I don't think it's really a problem. I can not use it. I would love, however, for the systems not to restart the container if it's already running. That's in Ansible. Podman. Yeah, that's where it is. Podman container. That's the one. Okay. Oh, it's probably too small for you to read. No, you can say that in the chat if it's too small. Okay. So here we have. Create containers in pods when the unit is started instead of expecting them to exist. Yeah. Okay. Hooks dir, okay. HTTP proxy, okay. Image volume. Network. Yeah, I'm gonna use that another day. No host. Oh, do not create etc host for the container. Default is false. Quadlet file mode. Recreate is false. Okay. Okay, so I have started here. I said there is a running container machine name and any provided configuration. container will be created and started. Use the recreate or the recreate machine container if it's running. Force restart for a matching container to be stopped and restarted. I think it shouldn't restart. Oh, it worked. Cool. So that works. OTP, IP OTPD service was stopped, but it's not really a problem. Okay, it's waited for everything that I wanted to wait for. That's good. Okay. Because what's different here? There's the container. The host name is there. The image is correct. Volume is correct. Environment is correct. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's probably changed. Okay, that's why it's recreating it each time. Okay. Well, okay, yeah. So the environment is not the same, which means it's recreating the container each time. That's not a big problem, but yeah. I'll figure that out later. Let's go back to the next step. So next step is I have IP running. That's good. I want to have Epsilon running. That's a different beast because I need to go to build Epsilon. What do I have here? Okay. Oh, I've already prepared some things. So there's container file. What does it do? Okay. It's based on Fedora 39. That's not good. It's based on at least let's base it on 40. I'm kind of cautious about 41 because there's Python 13 in there. Let me check what we are using in Infra. It's in open. It's in. Yeah. Nope. Inventory. No. Ansible. What's that? Oh. Oh yeah, that's definitely not good. Okay. Host vars epsilon 01.id2. We are using Fedora 41. All right, go 41 then. Let's go 41. That's perfect. Okay, Epsilon Tinystage, that's good. We're getting the infra repo, installing the things, cloning the thingy here, copying some files around. Yeah. I have a conf. You know, I should actually, what I was thinking of is I should actually volume/conf/data. Yeah. I could use the same script that they have in IPA, in the IPA container, to symlink some parts of the systems to /data directory. I think it would be useful, but right now I'm going to try and run that one. Did I change something? I certainly did. Okay. Okay. So let's have a look at the playbook, at the role. So Ansible, roles, IPA server, task, and main. And let's compare that to the one we have for Epsilon. roles epsilon tasks main. Very good. So, okay, so we're doing, so here we're doing what? Right, we're creating the key tab for epsilon, that's fine. Creating it in IPA, that's also fine. And then, okay, that's the next thing. Let's build the image. And then run the container. So building the image. That's going to be tinystage.container name. Of course, container name is epsilon in my case. Let me check that it's actually the case. Should be in defaults, main. Yes. Yes. Very good. So I'm going to be able to extract that to something else later. But right now, oh yeah, the volume is wrong. Volume is going to be data. Well, that should be container name. Data here, that's IPA, so it should be container name. Yes. So let's do the same thing. And then we have data. Okay, I need to create those directories before I can actually create the image. Otherwise, that's not going to work. I think it's data and conf, right? Loop on data conf. Ooh, you calm yourself. Good. So here I want it to be container name. All right. Item, data and conf. Cool. Okay, let's build the epsilon image. Okay, container name. That's also correct. By the way, that works. I can remove this. Also, that works. I can remove this. This, we'll skip it for later. Okay. Then run and install, run or install, well, run epsilon. Because it's not installing, it doesn't work that way. Or should it? Nah. Let's keep it that way for now. Tinystage container name, okay, okay. The image is already the one that I've built. The volume, though, that's going to be entirely different. There's container name that goes to data, and there was conf also. That goes to conf/conf. Okay, let's check if that works. Let me check. There's /conf/data/tmp and /run. Yeah, okay. Not sure that that's extremely useful, but yeah. Okay, let's try to run this. Let's see if it actually builds. So I'm going to run epsilon playbook now. Let's see how that works, if that works. Okay, get a key tab. I got a key tab. Get the data in conf directory. That's done. Now building the image, that's another story. That's going to be much longer. And I'm pretty sure it's going to fail. because I hadn't tested it and nothing was the first time. So I should actually have started that on the command line so I get the entire output directly. Meh, that's how it is. Okay. My video is somehow frozen, isn't it? Or is it just me, or is the video frozen? Yeah, whatever. It didn't work. UTF-8 code can encode blah 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 surrogates not load. Weird. Okay, let me run that directly. So it's gonna be Podman build. Yeah, Podman build. Which one is it? We're building on, not that, not you. Okay, yes, Podman build -f for the container file, or that in -t Tinystage epsilon. Wait, what? Copy build epsilon. Okay, there's nothing called build epsilon. Okay, that's fine. The containers file is wrong. Yeah, that's all wrong. Okay, let me change that. So it's gonna be build epsilon slash that I replace with nothing. Do it. Let's try again. It has built, and now can it start? I would be surprised. I would be very surprised. Podman run dash. I suppose. What's the entry point? User local build starts. Okay, let's try that. Podman run dash it dash rm Tinystage epsilon bin bash. Is that working? Yes. So user local bin start. You must set the APA password environment variable. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's probably something that I forgot. Roles epsilon tasks. So when I'm going to run it, I'm going to set the environment. It's here. Sorry. IPA IPA server tasks main. I think your camera froze. That's possible. Yeah, it seems frozen in OBS. I don't know why. I'm going to try changing it. Yep. It's darker than black. Yeah, maybe it didn't like me changing the... Yeah, sorry, just a second. Okay, I'm back. Let me try. I would prefer not restarting OBS and restarting the stream. But if it has to end up with this, what's this? It's just a lock. Okay. Let me try this. Does this work? No, camera is still black. Okay. What is going on here? I do not know. Ah, okay. So I can use my second camera, but it's weird. I can use my laptop's camera. Okay, I'm going to try. Okay. I have no idea what this is. I'm going to try unplug it and plugging it back in. Hopefully, I'm not going to disconnect anything else. Oh. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, unplugging it and plugging it back in worked. All right. Let's go back and add it here. And I'm back. Oh, I realized that you don't see a third of my screen because of my camera. Yeah, not great. Okay. It's gonna have to go there, maybe. Yeah, I suppose that's correct. Of course. Okay. Okay. I think it's back to normal. This is locked in some way, or... All right, let's go back. If you can't read the right of my screen, then, you know, feel free to tell me. Thanks, Yash. All right, so... Okay, won't focus, obviously. Here I have epsilon. My aim is to know, yeah, I wanted to set the password, the proper password. That's going to be here, env, and I'll have IPA password. and I'll set it to IPA admin. Oh, yeah, not great. IPA admin password. Was it IPA password? I'm not sure. It felt like a longer thing. Yeah, IPA admin password. Okay, let's try again. All right, let's try this now. Let's see if that works. Start it. So, Ipsilon server install. That's failed. Okay. Hostname blah 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 is not a FQDN. That's correct. .h epsilon tinystage.test. Let's see if that works. And let's start with let's run the start script again. Ooh. Okay. Well. All right. Let's start the playbook then. Let's start the playbook and see if that works. Okay. Apparently it says it's working. Podman ps.a-a exited 6 seconds ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I would have been so very surprised. Podman logs Tinystage epsilon. What did you say? Okay, so the certificate is absent. I need to do that. So in my data, I don't. In IPA, do I generate a certificate? I may have done that. Where do I store the certificate? That's a good question. That would be in the playbook. That would be a responsibility of the playbook. Epsilon tasks. Okay. Certificate. Where is that created? Oh, I don't create it. Okay. I have a get key tab. Okay, but I don't do the get cert. I need the get cert. And I already have the proper command. It's right here. Of course, I'm going to have to do a different... I'm going to have to do a different... how do you say that? A different role for that. Let's update the role. Yeah, because I'm running IP get cert. Hey, maybe I can... Yeah, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can use this cert. So right now, once I have built... Once I have the service, I know that I have the service, right? I want to do a get cert. Grab a key tab. Am I building a website? Not really. I'm building an environment using containers for applications that are usually web-based, but they are not websites. So basically, in the Fedora infrastructure, we have applications that are running and they're using central services such as authentication, for example. That's the main one, and also inter-application messaging. But I'm not going to delve into that right now. So they all require the same thing: the authentication environment and the authentication provider, etc., etc. So when we hack on our many apps, because we have tens of them, then we have a common system. It's usually provided by the staging environment in Fedora. But here I am expanding a library called Tinystage that is providing this sort of environment for development environment for like developers. It's providing this environment for developers, and it's currently using virtual machines. It's not great. It's consuming a lot of RAM, so I'm moving that to containers. That's what I'm doing. Feel free to ask questions if you have any at any time. I'm always happy to answer. All right, so right now I'm using Ansible to build the containers. Okay, so now I want this role here, name get a certificate, import role, name is cert. That's very simple. Cert vars maybe? Oh, yeah, vars. Cert base name is epsilon. KRB service is going to be http/myfqdn. And I need cert host name. And what's the cert host name? Pretty sure that's going to be the FQDN. FQDN. Cert owner. Well, I don't really care about that. Cert owner, that's going to be admin. Okay. So if I look at Ansible SRC, it's using the cert. Yes, okay, that's fine. That's all right. Let us try to run this. Oh yeah, that's not sufficient. I'm gonna run that, but it's gonna fail. And I'd like to, and I want, because I still need to copy the file to a proper place. Did I make a mistake? Yes, I did make a mistake. Wait. Import role. Name. It's not name then, it's, what is it? Oh, yes. Yes. The vars are actually one level up. Let's do again. Let's try again. Create the host IP. Okay, that's not necessary. Get the key tab. Okay. Beam. Okay. Why is it running that again? I thought I had it already. Data, IPA, key tabs, epsilon key tab. Okay, so it should be there. Let's make sure. Key tab file. What's key tab file? Oh, yes. Data epsilon. Okay, that's where it's wrong. Okay, so this is the key tab that I want. And then I'll need to copy it. Right? Right. Because I'm getting the key tab. I'm delegating the key tab creation. Right. And I need to move the key tab to the proper place. Okay. Move the key tab to Move the key tab to the epsilon data dir. Of course, this has to be, no, that's here. How do you move a file in Ansible? Pretty sure you can do that with the file module, Ansible namespace, built-in, copy module. Okay, do I want to copy or do I want to move? That's a good question. Follow, force, group, mode, on a remote, SRC, validate. Move. Move. Nah, it's going to be copy. That's fine. Hey, Static Scopper. Heck all you like, you will never hack a Mongolian storage unit like me. I have no idea what you're saying. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. So, how do I local follow? Okay. Mode, preserve, oh no, remote SRC, that's the one. Some context needed, yes. Yes. Yeah, definitely need some context to understand what you just said. Okay, let's copy. So copy module. There's a dest and path, I suppose, SRC and a dest. SRC is going to be, so it's going to be, so delegate to localhost, of course. I'm just copying the file. The SRC is going to be the playbook dir. Data API key tabs, and so, well, yeah. So it's going to be epsilon that key tab. And I want to move that to epsilon's data dir. Where is it looking for it? So build an epsilon container file, kitab. 9 years ago, I got the SH port for a storage units built on the forum. Okay, so I have access to build and troll the underpaid workers here and there. Yeah. I suppose good for you, even though that's going to put other of my colleagues, that's going to create a lot of work for them, but not my colleagues, not my direct colleagues, because we don't work in the same company, but other software engineers are going to be pulling their hair. So not a big fan of that sort of move, but yeah, I guess if it's just for trolling, I mean, what's the point? Anyway, so search is conf cert http.crt. Oh yeah, that's not the GitHub. Where are the GitHubs? Let me check where I want my GitHubs to be. Woohoo! Calm yourself. Right, it's in etc epsilon GitHub. Okay, that's fine. And let me check. etc epsilon is actually, so etc epsilon is going to be, yeah, it's conf epsilon. Okay, that's fine. We're getting somewhere. So etc epsilon, no, conf etc epsilon, what was it already? etc epsilon.github. So etc epsilon.github, that's where it should be. Okay. Yeah, critical data, putting me people in danger. Do some here to stuff for everything I have collected since. Why wouldn't people do it? Exactly, why would you do that? Okay, so move the GitHub in epsilon data here. Okay, done. Remove that sans true. So that's done. I get the GitHub. Now I need the certificate. I need to. It's okay. Let's say I've created the certificate. I will need to move it to the proper place. Right? Right. Because that is happening. Yeah. I need to delegate that. I need to actually delegate that to IPA. And it's going to move the cert it is going to move the cert from data IPA GitHub, not GitHubs, but PKI TLS certs epsilon dot pem to I suppose that's going to be HTTP here. Nah. Yes. 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 Conf certs http.crt. Certs http.crt. And I'm going to do the same with the key, of course. Anyways, good luck with the hacking. I'm going to compile my list project. See you. Yep. See you later. http.crt. Okay. And it's epsilon.key. Yeah, that's the one. That's the other one that I need. So move the cert and key. I'm going to use item loop over I suppose that's going to be cert orig epsilon.pam this src. I should just do that. http.crt, and the second one is going to be epsilon.key, I suppose. Oh, yeah, it's going to be TLS private, so certs epsilon.pim, right. Dest is going to be certs, so that's going to be, I will need to change it here. Item.src. Hey, how you doing? Item.dest. How you doing, mix? I just read, so Boxakiva says, I just read the documentation and they say I have to build an app image. What's the difference between an image and a normal program? That's a good question. What you're talking about is something called container. An app image is the same thing as a container. Basically, it's like building a package for your application, except it's a different package format. But yeah, it's Ansible, absolutely. I am using Ansible to build containers for Tinystage. Tinystage is currently using VMs, virtual machines, and it's not great. Also, it's using Vagrant, which is not open source anymore. So I'm moving that to containers, and I'm using Ansible to build the containers and configure them. So here I'm building the Epsilon container, which has not been designed to be running as a container. Lots of fun. So I'm generating a certificate for it and moving it to the right place. So there's going to be a key also. Key is going to be in private epsilon.key. The destination is going to be certs http.key. Is that correct? Is that what I did? Certs epsilon.key. No, wait, no, that's not right. The key is... yeah, it's httpd.key. Okay, cool. By the way, it's httpd.key. Okay, and we have them in certs. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Good. Oh, I need to make sure that the certs directory actually exists. So, just a minute. I'll be soon there. Yes, I need to have that done much earlier, actually. Right here. There you go. Getting the certificate, copying it to the right place. Okay, let's start. Let's see where that takes us. We do the knet. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And fail. Get a key tab. Oh, really? Data, epsilon, conf. Oh yeah, contains nothing. Whoopsie, sorry. I need to create that then. That's minor. Let's see where that takes us. Ah. Wait, what? Still nothing? Oh, wrong place. I apparently need to do that way earlier. Let's try again. Check that the search is there. It's apparently running that. That looks correct. HTTP epsilon.tinystage.test / epsilon.tinystage.test. Yeah. I don't quite like it. No, that's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. Service is supposed to be HTTP, not HTTP / blah blah blah. Okay, that's wrong. Let me check that I'm actually doing the right thing. I know I'm not. Check the search is there. Yeah, it's not coming in because I suppose it's failed because I wasn't using the thing properly. Get a key tab. Cert KRB service is just HTTP, not the entire thing. Right? Yes. Yes. Let's try again. Oh, yeah, that went much better. Okay, destroy. Okay, so. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to hack on it. So cert util or certmonger? Certmonger. Cert util. List all certs. Yes, that's not the one. No, it's IPA get cert. I think IPA get cert has that. Yes. List. Ah, yes. Yes, that's the one. Okay, how do I drop a request? Stop tracking. The nickname for the tracking request. Do we have a nickname? Ooh, yeah, we do. Slapd. Okay, I have the one. Slapd. HTTPD. IP private. That's fine. That's fine. Monitoring. HTTPD. Okay. Monitoring. KDC. Okay. Okay. CA rejected. Insufficient access. Ah, yes. This one I can destroy. IP get cert. Stop tracking. This one. -I. Yes. List. Yes, it's gone. Let's try again now. Let's see if my playbook can create the certificate request properly. Move the key tab. Okay, it's creating the key tab each time. That's weird, but let's ignore it for now. It's not failing right now, but it's waiting for the certificate to appear, and I'm not sure that is actually going to happen. Just a minute. Running that. IPA cert, get cert. List. CA rejected. Okay. Insufficient write privilege to the user certificate attribute of blah blah blah. What do you mean insufficient? Huh. Insufficient write privilege to user certificate. Well, maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to do that from the machine, from the actual machine. Yeah, maybe I need to do that from the actual machine. Okay. I will drop that. Okay. Okay. So let's reorganize this. I will not delegate it here. You know what? I could actually do that and not delegate it. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not going to. Let's say I don't delegate it to IPA. GitHub file is epsilon conf certs. Okay, epsilon.github. Okay. Yeah, that's wrong. Data epsilon conf epsilon.github. That's the one. Let me remove it. I want to do it differently. So I do a k init. I create the service in IPA. Create the key tabs directory. Okay, fine. Oh, wait, why IPA? No, not IPA. Epsilon. And then I grab a key tab. But don't delegate to localhost, actually. Yeah, don't do that. Run the command to get the key tab. And then I don't need to do that. And in that case, I can do the same stuff for the certificate. And that means check if the certificate already exists. Data epsilon, oh, that's not the one. That's data epsilon conf certs httpd.crt. That's the cert file. Okay. And then I do the same thing. I do a block. Or I just do this here. Get the certificate. Okay, import the role cert. That's all correct. Oh yeah, no, of course not. That doesn't work. I need the block. I need the block because I need to be able to run kinit and ktdestroy. Is that not a little bit too much indentation? Nah, that's fine. Okay. Whew. So I kinit, I get the certificate, and I ktdestroy. It's not when key type file exists, but then cert file type exists. Okay. And then I don't need to move anything. Because, or do I? Because it's gonna create things in etc pki tls certs. Right. Yeah, I still need to move that. Yes, I still need to move them. That creates the cert, and then I move them. Of course, not delegate to that to localhost. It's still running in the machine, but I'm moving things from etc pki tls certs blah to /data epsilon, well no, /conf. Okay. And that I think is okay. Let's try. And then I'm gonna stop because I could go on for a very long time and it's already 5 here. Okay, init. Wait, what? Oh, it's not. Wait, what? I don't have a /tmp? Weird. That's weird. Why don't I have a /tmp? Yeah, I've always been suspicious of that. Volume /tmp/run. Let's run it. So let's run yeah, there is something in /tmp. So why is it not happy about it? Well, that's new. Wait, where is it failing already? Check if the key tab already exists. It doesn't exist. Restaurant Knet. It doesn't work? Why? Oh, it's not running. It's not even built at that point. Okay. Oh, yeah. Right, that's why I don't run it on the host. Okay, that's because the host doesn't exist at that point. Okay. Okay. That's why I was doing all that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, I think that's my failure here. I can create the directory. Did I back up? Did I back it up? Yeah, it's all terrible. Yeah, it's all terrible. So, okay. Yeah, I need to do the get cert on the. I need to do this on IPA actually. Because the host doesn't exist yet. The container doesn't exist yet. Or what I can do is create the container first. Well, no. I'm just gonna put the files in the right place. That's better. So I'm delegating it to ipa.tinystage.tests, or I'm delegating it to localhost, and oh no, that's not true. That's not good. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing, by the way. Yeah, this should all delegate to IPA. If I want to reuse the set. Yeah, so. Yeah. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna fly. Can I do blocks in blocks? I suppose, yeah. I can delegate that to ipa.tinystage.test. But I'll have to move the file. Yeah, I'll have to move the file to the right place later. Like this. Yeah, I've been stupid doing that. I should have saved what I was removing. That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Basically, you see the idea is use Ansible to build containers for Epsilon. It's kind of complex because Epsilon is a complex beast, and it wasn't designed for containerization in the first place. So I need to do all the symlinking, etc., etc. But I'll get there. And I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Yeah. Okay, so I'll get there. I still have quite a lot to do, but there's time. There's time. I need this containerization thing to be ready before we move the data center, so before staging becomes unavailable. But I'm pretty confident that it's going to be the case. If you have any questions about all that work, or Tinystage itself, or how to hack on infrastructure applications in general, in which Tinystage is a core piece right now, then feel free to ping me on IRC, not on IRC, but on Matrix, in the Fedora apps or Fedora infrastructure channels. And yeah, and I'll see you around. So yeah, I'll see you around. So see you, and have fun next time, and have fun in the Fedora project. Goodbye.